Hello, good day, good evening, good night. On today's episode of RGS Adventures, I'm building a front-mounted snowplow for my Ford 2n. Now, I didn't show you all the process of it cutting and stuff, but basically my neighbor, as you've seen in the other video, he got an 8n with a front loader that somebody made. Well, the loader was junk, half the bolts were loose, really poor design. So he didn't want it. He told me that I could take all the metal, and I have a 7-foot Meyer snowplow. Now, I know some of you are going to say that it's too big, it's too heavy. I've watched videos. I've seen other guys use 7-foot plows, box blades. So I have no idea. I have chains. I'm going to try it with chains. I'm going to have to figure out how much weight in the back. But we're going to try it. If it don't work, well, it don't work. But I have everything cut and mocked up, so I will go ahead and show you. Okay, so we'll start at the back. I have a complete radius arm that goes the whole way to the front to support everything. And I have this bracket that goes down. Now you'll see this bracket is also angled. So when all the weight's pushing or even lifting, it should help force that weight to the rear. I'm hoping. I have no idea. That's my hope. And then obviously these two will get welded together. Then I have the plow mount that'll all weld. So that should be a good solid mount. And it's all pin. 2 pins here. Boom, boom. Pin in the back. That should all hopefully drop out. Be able to pull out. I won't know until it's welded. Then as you'll see, I have the quick attach plow right under, as close under as the axle as I can be, that it all ties together. So again, hopefully it should help force some of the weight to the rear and not all directly on the axles, because people say that they are weak, and I am slightly concerned because whoever had this before did cut the axle, even though it doesn't bolt anymore. Just, I don't know, just the illusion of it I do not like. But again, I think it'll be fine. Again, all the weight should be pushed back. And then I have the front mount to where it used to use electric over hydraulics. I'm going to use a Harbor Freight 2,500 pound winch. It's actually going to weld right onto the front here. So then you've got your cable that'll go down there and obviously connect. It's damn near in line. It works perfectly for that. And then if I want to mount more lights, if I need to, if those aren't bright enough, I have more lights. I have 2 7-inch over there that might go there, but I'll worry about that after it's all welded. Again, here's it's fully angled. It's really, I know in the video it looks like it's huge. It might be a foot. Yeah, it's a little bit more than a foot. But again, I had a garden tractor that looked like there was plenty of room, like 1 inch or 2, and every time I hit snow, it pushed up against the tire. I'm not really going to complain. Again, if it goes back even farther, that's a whole new bracket. Yeah, I could cut all that off, weld a plate right there, and put the winch there. But I like how it's all welded right there. It really ties everything together nice and strong. If I find plowing this year that it doesn't work well, then I will detach and move back. But really, I don't think that's going to be bad. I mean, I honestly have no idea. I'm not an engineer. Some people say, oh, that's too much weight on these little. But again, people had snow plows. They had some sort of hay rake that used those red brackets that you've seen. These here, and those in the back. So again, they were angled to help push the weight back. I'm hoping my thought process works. Let me put this in the straight position and we'll see what she looks like. I got a block holding. Ooh. Okay, but My shop's only so friggin' big. But here, let's take a look at her. Again, I think that's going to look pretty damn cool. It's big. Don't get me wrong. That thing is going to be massive. But again, it's got all the doors in the way. Well, let me see here. You can see. The curve is nice. The curve is perfect. Could probably even go a little higher. But again, I have no idea. But find out. Maybe. I don't really need snow. I don't want snow. I just like to be prepared. But hopefully. And then once this is all welded, hopefully here in the next day or two, for you guys to be welded. So yeah, that's gonna all get black. The plow is going to get yellow, so that it should contrast nice. Bright lights, or bright plow people should see on the front of the road. Obviously plowing driveways and stuff, it'll be nice. And for you people that say 7-foot plow is going to be way too big, maybe, I don't know. But the scraper blade that I used at the beginning of the year is 7 foot. Obviously it's not as high, not as heavy, but again, it's a 7 foot. Now, I've got two options. Well, maybe three, but we'll see. One, I can put that on the back. Gives me counterbalance. Two, I can put my carryall on the back. Fill it with concrete blocks, weights, you know, whatever I can to offset it. Or I go on Marketplace and see if somebody has a 3-point weight box that they fill with concrete or something, and I throw that on the back. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Just because I don't know what I'm going to do. Hopefully it's supposed to be warmer next week. So my goal is to, it doesn't matter what my goal is, because you're going to see it all done anyway. But hopefully it gets welded tomorrow. Next week it gets warm. I'm going to hit it all with some spray paint, touch up some of the blue. That's not going to get touched up. I did have to cut that off for everything to fit. But I contemplated earlier this year about putting a 2-inch receiver there. So it has sealed its fate. It's going to get a 2-inch receiver this summer. Not worry about it. Obviously I'll paint that. I had to move it all out one hole for that bracket to get in there. Chop the bracket just enough to get into there. Yada yada yada. But yeah, it looks good. I like the little eyelets on the top of that thing. That's where they mounted the arms. Actually, this bolted onto that. Oh, you can't see, I'm sorry. That was actually the uprights for the arms for the bucket mount. And that was the buckets with the 45. I cut it. My father-in-law welded it. I thank him very much. I have my cousin. He's going to come over and hopefully weld the rest of it, or at least tack weld it. I don't know if he's going to say that it's too thick and don't want to do it. Tack weld it. And then maybe get my father-in-law to use his stick welder, because my cousin has a MIG welder. Then I had my neighbor. He helped me out with a lot of this, as in just moving it, because it is heavy. And yeah, so bye. Well, now the plank frame has been welded and spray painted. I just spray painted it. I ran out of yellow. I had some old army paint. I used that as the base because it was flaky. I wire wheeled it, hit it. But this is what 1 can of yellow does. I'm gonna paint that all black. But you can see what she's gonna look like. I need to get another can of yellow. The black looks pretty good. As soon as it dries today or tomorrow, I will put it all back together. I also painted all the bolt bracketry that stays on the tractor blue. So that looks good when it's off. I also played with the logos. I don't know how well it'll look here on the video. It's alright. I mean, heck, I'm shaky. But even that don't look too hateful. I mean, it makes it stand out just a little bit more. But again, like I said, as soon as all the paint dries, I'm gonna put you back on later. Well, here we are. Tractor's just about ready for winter. I gotta put chains on it, and I don't think I'm keeping that, but I'll take you through and show you what we got. So here she is. Let me turn I got a remote control for the winch. Well, there it is lifted. I had to put an extension right there, but really, that's far enough off the ground. Let me zoom back out a little bit. There we go. I have this on right now for rear weight, because I do need rear weight on this thing. It's dead in the water without it. I mean, look at the little bulge on the tires. Can you see it? Now, I don't know if I have the brake pushed in, so we'll see if she goes back on me. There. Now that bulge is pretty much gone away. So I'm going to need rear weight, hence why that's on. I got lights, flashers. This one does work, but it's dim. I had an electrical issue that I didn't know about. I thought I fixed it before I put everything apart. There's those lights in the front. They shine down. I'm going to probably put more lights up here. And I think I told you before, but I'll tell you again. The way I have it is this is pinned in, and then it's angled back. So all the weight from this should transfer to the back. That does angle. So here's the plow angle. I mean, really, that's not that far. I like it. I think that should work. I don't have to worry about hitting nothing. This thing will probably frustrate me. It's got a 2-minute on and off. Oh. But there she is when she's completely angled to plow. I mean, I should be able to push some snow. Boy, I hope. We shall see. But I'm excited to try her out. I say excited. I really hope we don't get any snow, but I know we'll get snow. So I'll at least be able to try it once. And hopefully you guys will have some videos. I got to figure out where I'm going to mount a GoPro and stuff on this while I'm plowing, and you guys will be able to see how well she works. But thank you. Have a good day. I'm out of here.